I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress. For 10 years, King George and his Parliament have gold, cullied, and diddled these colonies with their illegal taxes. Stamp Acts, Townsend Acts, Sugar Acts, Tea Acts. And when we dared stand up like men, they stopped our trade, seized our ships, blockaded our ports, burned our towns, and spilled our blood. And still, this Congress refuses to grant any of my proposals on independence, even so much as the courtesy of open debate. Good God, what in hell are they waiting for?
Sit down, John. Sit down, John. For God's sake, John. Sit down. Sit down, John. Sit down, John. For God's sake, sit down. Sit down. It's high degrees. Have mercy, God, please. It's high degrees. Open the window.
I say vote yes, vote for independence. For no sane man would tolerate it!
John, you're a bore. We've heard this before. Now, for God's sake, John, sit down.
I say vote yes.
No.
Vote yes.
No.
Vote for independence.
Open up the window.
I say vote yes.
Sit down, John.
Vote for independence.
Will someone shut that man up?
Never! Never! Dear God! For one solid year they have been sitting here, a whole year, doing nothing. I do believe you laid a curse on North America, a curse which we hear now rehearsed in Philadelphia. A second flood, a civil famine, plagues of locusts everywhere, or a cataclysmic earthquake hanging severed from some despair. But no, you sent us Congress. Good God, sir, was that fair? I say this with humility in Philadelphia. We're your responsibility in Philadelphia. If you don't want to see us hanging from some far-off British hill, if you don't want the voice of independency forever still, then God, sir, get thee to it, for Congress never will. You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved in foul, fitted, viewing, foggy, filthy Philadelphia.
Someone ought to open up a window.
Oh, shut up.
I'll call Congress' attention to a petition by Mr. Mountfield Manning, who claims $20 compensation for his dead mule. It seems the animal was employed transporting luggage in the service of Congress.
The question then would appear to be why on occasion. What if the mule expired not while carrying, but after being unloaded? Then surely the beast got dead on its own time. Oh, God. They may sit here for years and years in Philadelphia. These indecisive grenadiers of Philadelphia. They can't agree on what is right or wrong, or what is good or bad. I'm convinced the only purpose this Congress ever had was to gather here specifically to drive John Adams mad. you to organize the ladies to make saltpeter for gunpowder. Now, have you done as I asked?
No, John, I have not.
Why have you not?
Because you neglected to tell us how saltpeter is made.
By treating sodium nitrate with potassium chloride, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
What have you done then?
I'm afraid we have a more urgent problem, John.
More urgent, madam?
There's one thing everyone's missed in Massachusetts Bay. Don't smirk at me, you egotist, pay heed to what I say. We've gone from Framingham to Boston, and we cannot find a pin. Don't you know there is a war on? Say the straits will grin. Well, we will not make saltpeter until you send us
Pins, madam, saltpeter.
pins.
Saltpeter.
Pins.
Saltpeter. Saltpeter. Peter. 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 Peter.
Pins.
Done, madam, done.
John, hurry home, John.
As soon as I'm able.
Don't stop writing. It's all I have.
Every day, my dearest friend. Till then, I am as I ever was, and never shall be. Franklin, where were you when I needed you?
Right here, John, being preserved for posterity. Do you like it?
Snakes.
As ever, the soul of time.
Man's no Dr. Shelley.
The subject's no good.
Franklin, you heard what I suffered in there?
Oh, and of course I heard along with the rest of Philadelphia. Lord, your voice is piercing, John.
I wish to hell my arguments were. By God, Franklin, when will they make up their minds? With one hand, they can raise an army, dispatch one of their own to lead it, and cheer the news from Bunker's Hill. While with the other, they wave the olive branch, begging the king for a happy and permanent reconciliation. Why, damn it, Fat George has declared us in rebellion. Why in bloody hell can't they?
John, really? You speak as if independence was the rule. It's never been done before. No colony has ever broken from the parent stem in the history of the world.
General Franklin, you make us sound treasonous.
Do I? Treason. Treason is a charge invented by winners as an excuse for hanging the losers.
I've got more to do than stand around here listening to you quote yourself.
Oh, no, that was a new one.
Damn it, Franklin, we're at war!
Myself, nothing more. We expressed our displeasure, the English moved against us, and we in turn have resisted. Now our fellow congressmen want to effect a reconciliation before it becomes a war.
Reconciliation, my ass. The people want independence.
The people have read Mr. Payne's common sense. I doubt the Congress has. John, why don't you give it up? Nobody listens to you, you're obnoxious and disliked.
I'm not promoting John Adams, I'm promoting independence.
Evidently they can't help connecting the two.
What are you suggesting?
Well, let someone else in Congress propose.
Never! What do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't given it much thought.
You sent for me, Benjamin?
Never!
Oh, hello, Johnny.
Richard, John and I need some advice.
Well, if it's mine to give, it's yours. You know that, Benji.
Joyce, you know the cause that we support has come to a complete standstill. What do you suppose that is?
Oh, simple. Johnny here is obnoxious and disliked.
Yes, that's true. What's the solution, I wonder?
Have somebody else in Congress to propose?
Richard, that's brilliant, brilliant. Wasn't that brilliant, John?
Brilliant.
Yes, yes. Now the question remains, who can it be? The man we mean must belong to a delegation publicly committed to support independence. At the present time, only Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Delaware have declared our way.
Oh, and Virginia, Benji. Now, don't forget about Virginia.
Oh, I haven't, Richard. How could I? But strictly speaking, one of Virginia's views on independence are well known. Your legislature in Williamsburg has never formally authorized this delegation here in Congress to support the cause. Of course, if we could think of a Virginian with enough influence to go down there and persuade the House of Burgesses.
Why, damn me, fine thought, somebody.
Who?
Me!
Boy, didn't I think of that.
I'll leave tonight. Right now, if you like. I'll just stop off in Stratford long enough to refresh the missus and then straight to the master. Virginia, the colony that gave us our great and glorious commander-in-chief, George Washington. Well, now give these colonies their proposal on independence. And where Virginia proposes, the South is bound to follow. And where the South goes, the middle colonies go. Gentlemen, I give you a salute to Virginia, the mother of American independence.
Incredible. We're free and he hasn't even got a gates. What makes you so sure you can do it?
Ha! My name is Richard Henry Lee. Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee. Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn to glue if I can't deliver you the solution on any presidency. For I am every the first family in the Scotland colony of Virginia. Yes, yes, every the oldest family in the oldest colony in America. And may the British burn the land if I can't deliver the hand the solution on any presidency. Yes, he is dearly, warily, and everywhere dearly. Socially, politically, financially, naturally, internally, externally, internally, naturally. And be the first family in the southern colony of Virginia. And may my wife refuse my bed if I can't deliver a said resolution on any presidency.
Spoken modestly, God.
Oh, he will, John, he will.
They say that God in heaven is everybody's God.
Amen.
I'll admit that God in heaven is everybody's God. But I tell you, John, with pride, God leans a little on the side of the leaves, oh Virginia. The sea is here, wherever he is, and wherever he is, wherever he is, and wherever he is. Look out, there's Arthur Lee, Bonnie Lee, and General Light Horse Harry Lee, Willie Lee, Jesse Lee, and Richard Lee. That's me. And may my blood stop running blue if I can't deliver up to you resolution on any presidency. Yes, sir, my God is here.
Georgia delegation belong?
Oh, they mill about somewhere over there around the two Carolinas.
After 10, I was told Congress convened at 10.
Everyone can in any time now, sir, with old Brakeman Guts feeding the pack.
Oh, who? McNair.
Brakeman Guts.
Fetch me a mother drum.
Mr. Hopkins, you'll be pleased to meet Dr. Lyman
I
Hall.
don't need a doctor, damn it.
You delegate from Georgia.
I didn't say so. I'm Stephen Hopkins, old delegate from Rhode Island. McNair, 2 months of rum.
That's a little early in the morning for that, isn't it?
Nonsense. The medicinal fact that rum gets your heart started in this morning. I'm surprised you didn't know it. And speaking as the oldest
Ben
delegate,
Franklin's older by almost a year.
rum. Tell me, Doctor, where does Georgia stand on the question of independence? With South Carolina, of course. Good morning, Eddie. Shake the hand of Dr. Lyman Hall, delegate from Georgia. This here is Edward Rutledge, from whichever Carolina he says he's from. God knows I can't keep him straight.
Sure, Mr. Rutledge.
Well, now you've met the long and short of it, Doctor. Eddie here is only 26. He's the youngest of us. Except for Ben Franklin.
Oh,
There, run. Where'd you go for it, man? Jamaica?
Tell me, where does Georgia stand on the question of independence, Dr. Hall?
I was sent out without any instructions, able to vote my own personal conviction.
And they are. First of all, Dr. Hall, the South speaks with one voice. It is traditional more than it is historical. Enter Delaware, try a joke in Uno.
Big lane, Rutledge. You know I can't follow none of your damn French.
That gentleman here just a tribute to the eternal peace and harmony of the Delaware delegation.
What are you talking about, man? You know perfectly well, Rodney, nor I can stand this little wart.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia, Caesar Rodney, George Reed, and Colonel Thomas McGee.
Where do you stand on independence, sir?
With South Carolina, it seems.
I leave the doctor in your excellent company, gentlemen.
Dr. Hall, tell me, sir, would you be a doctor of medicine or of theology?
Both, sir. Which would be of service?
By all means, the physician first. Let me see about the other.
I'll call on you at your convenience.
Well, I trust, Caesar, when you're through converting the poor fellow to independency, that you'll let the opposition have a fair crack at it.
You're too late, John. When I get them, they stay as God. Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia, Mr. John Dickinson, Pennsylvania. Sure, sir.
Tell me, Dr. Hall, where do you stand on the subject of
Independence?
treason? Your servant, sir.
Oh, yes, Judge Wilson, forgive me, but how can anyone see you if you persist in standing in the shadow of Mr. Dickinson? James Wilson, also of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Will you get out of my way, please? What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a great man before?
The honor to be Dr. Franklin.
Yes, I have the honor. Unfortunately, the gallery company's the honor. You've risen too high again, ain't happy? Stephen, I only wish King George felt like my big toe, all over. That's a pillow and 2 more months of rum. Good morning,
All
John.
right, Franklin, where's that idiot Lee? Is he back yet? I don't see him.
Softly, John, your voice is hurting my foot.
One more day, Franklin. That's all that remains silent. That's starting Popinjay was so damn sure of himself. He's had time to bring back a dozen proposals by now.
Tell me, James, how to explain the strange monumental quietude that Congress has been treated to the last 30 days? Has the ill wind of independence finally blown itself out?
You add.
Well, for myself, I must confess that a month free from New England noise is more therapeutic than the month in the country. Don't you agree?
Well,
Oh, Mr. Adams, come, sir, pray, look for your voice. It cannot be far. God knows we need the entertainment in this Congress.
Congratulations, John. You just made your greatest contribution in independence. You kept your flap shut.
One more day.
Well, the usual morning festivities concluded. I will now call this Congress to order. Mr. Thompson.
The Second Continental Congress meeting in the city of Philadelphia is now in session. 7th June 1776, the 380th meeting. The Honorable John Hancock of Massachusetts Bay, President.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Sir, the stores of rum and other drinking spirits are hereby closed to the colony of Rhode Island for a period of 3 days.
Hey, you can't do that.
Sit down, Mr. Hopkins. You refuse the privilege. The chair takes this opportunity to welcome Dr. Lyman Hall of Georgia to this Congress and hopes he will make the best of it. The Secretary will read the roll.
All members present with the following exceptions: Mr. Charles Carum of Maryland, Mr. Samuel Adams of Massachusetts, Mr. Button Gwinnett of Georgia, Mr. Richard Henry Lee and George Wythe of Virginia, and the entire delegation of New Jersey.
I'm concerned over the continued absence of 1/13 of this Congress. Where is New Jersey?
Someplace between New York and Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Franklin, have you heard anything? Your son resides there.
Son, sir, what's up?
The Royal Governor of New Jersey, sir.
As that title might suggest, we are not in touch at the present time.
Yes, very well. The weather report of Mr. Jefferson of Virginia. Mr. Jefferson,
Present, sir.
may we hear about the weather, as if it weren't speaking for itself?
87 degrees of temperature, 30.06 inches of mercury wind. Wind from the southwest for the rest of today and tonight. Tonight I leave for home.
On business.
Family business.
Give her a good one for me, young fella.
From the Commander Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1137. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir, it is with grave apprehension that I have learned this day in the sailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, of a considerable force of British troops in the company of foreign mercenaries and under the command of General Sir William Howe. There can be no doubt that their destination is New York, for to take and hold this city and the Hudson Valley beyond would serve to separate New England from the other colonies, permitting both sections to be crushed in turn. Sadly, I see no way of stopping them at the present time, as my military army is absolutely falling apart. My military chest is totally exhausted, my commissary general has strained his credit to the last, my quartermaster has no food, no arms, no ammunition, and my troops are in a state of near mutiny. I pray God some relief arise before the Armada, but fear it will not. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Mr. President,
Colonel McHugh.
surely we have managed to promote to the head of our troops the glorious man on face of this continent. Those dispatches are the most depressing accumulation of doom, disaster, and despair in the entire annals of military victories. And further,
It's too hot.
I suppose so.
General Washington will continue wording his dispatches as he sees fit. And I'm sure we all pray that he finds happiness to convey in the near future. Mr. Thompson, are there any resolutions?
Dr. Josiah Barber, New Hampshire.
Resolved that for the duration of the present hostilities, the Congress will discourage every form of extravagance and dissipation, elaborate funerals, and other expensive diversions, especially all horse racing.
First things first. Where's Tom Jefferson? I'm here. Tom, your little bride wants to know, when's he coming home? I leave tonight.
Never mind, that's the doctor.
Good. Why, certainly. Leave. Mr. President, I return to the sovereign colony of Virginia with the following resolution. Resolved, these United Colonies are, never right up to be, free and independent states. They are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved. Mr. President, I second the resolution.
The resolution has been proposed and seconded. The chair will now entertain debate.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania moves as always that the question of independence be postponed indefinitely.
I second the motion.
Judge Wilson, In your eagerness to be loved, you seem to have forgotten that Pennsylvania cannot second its own motion.
Delaware second.
You would, you little weasel.
Motion to postpone has been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary.
On the motion to postpone indefinitely the resolution on independence or proceed with the debate. Those in favor of debate signify by saying yea. Those in postponement say nay. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire favors debate and says yea.
New Hampshire says yea. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, having borne the brunt of the King's Tail. Massachusetts now and for all time says yea.
Rhode Island. The where's Rhode Island?
Rhode Island's out visiting the necessary.
I can't say I'm surprised. We'll come back to him, Mr. President.
Yeah, so Rhode Island passes.
Connecticut has till now been against this proposal. Our legislature has instructed me that in the event it is proposed by a colony outside New England, Connecticut can no longer withhold its support. Connecticut says yea.
Connecticut says yea. New York.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains. Courteous.
New York abstains.
Courteous.
New Jersey.
Absent, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, yes, sir. New Jersey is absent. Pennsylvania.
Mr. President, for the 24th time, Pennsylvania says nay.
Delaware.
Delaware, as always, for independence, says yea.
Delaware says yea. Maryland.
Maryland welcome independence if it were given, but is highly skeptical that it can be taken. Maryland says nay.
Maryland says yea. Virginia.
Virginia, the first colony, says yea.
Virginia says yea. North Carolina.
North Carolina respectfully yields South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Mr. President, although South Carolina has never seriously considered the question of independence when a gentleman proposes, attention must be paid. However, we in the Deep South, unlike our friends in New England, have no cause for impatience at the present time. If at some future date all our sister colonies wish to effect a separation, we will not stand in the way. Until that time, South Carolina will wait and watch. The vote is nay.
South Carolina says nay.
North Carolina.
Says nay, yes, I know, Mr. Hughes. Georgia. Georgia.
Mr. Secretary, Georgia split right down the middle on this issue. The people are against it and I'm for it. Until I can resolve whether represent the people means using their opinions or my own judgment, I'd best lean a little bit towards their side. Georgia votes nay.
No, Rhode Island. Second call, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, I'm coming. Oh, your damn horses.
We're waiting on you, Mr. Hopkins.
Feel it won't kill you. You'd think the Congress would have its own picture. All right, where does it stand?
Slide debate, 5 for postponement, 1 absence and 1 abstention.
So it's up to me, is it? Well, I tell you, all my years I've never seen, heard, or smelled an issue that was so dangerous it couldn't be talked about. Hell yes, I'm for debating anything. Rhode Island says yes.
There. Hey, Mr. Hopkins are up.
But you said...
Get in the whole damn barrel of it. The Congress will now declare this Congress Committee of the Whole for the purpose of debating Virginia's resolution on independence. Mr. Dickinson.
Well, now, Mr. Adams, you have your way at last. Measure now may now be discussed. I frankly admit I'm somewhat relieved, because there has been a question I have just been fairly itching to ask you, sir. Why?
Why what, Mr. Dickinson?
Why independence, Mr. Adams?
Obvious reason that our continued association with Great Britain has grown intolerable.
To whom? To you? Well, then I suggest that you sever your ties immediately. But please be kind enough to leave the rest of us where we are. For myself, I have no objection whatsoever to being a part of the greatest empire on earth, to enjoying its protection, sharing its benefits.
Benefits? What benefits? Crippling taxes? Cruel repression? Abolished rights?
Is that all England means to you, sir? Is that all the affection and pride that you can muster for the nation that bore you? For the proudest, most civilized nation on the face of this planet? What would you have us do? Forget Hastings and Magna Carta, Strongbow, Lionheart, Marlborough, Drake, the Tudors, Stuarts, Plantagenets, and for what? Tell me, sir, for what? For you? Some men are like General Washington. Some are antagonists and are anarchists like Mr. Paine. But you, sir, you are merely an agitator. Disturbing the peace, creating a disorder, endangering the public welfare. And for what? Your private, petty, little complaints. Your taxes are too high. Well, sir, so are mine. Oh, come, Mr. Adams. If you have grievances, and I'm sure that you do, our present system must offer a gentler means of redressing them short of revolution. That's what he wants, gentlemen. Nothing less well-pleasing. Violence, rebellion, treason. No, I ask you, sir, are these the deeds of Englishmen?
Not Englishmen, Dickinson, American.
No, sir, Englishmen.
Please, Mr. Dickinson, must you start banging? How's the man asleep?
Oh, forgive me, Dr. Franklin, but must you start speaking, how is a man to stay awake? But we promised her to be quiet. I'm certain that everybody prefers that you remain asleep.
I assure you, if I may hear myself called an Englishman, I'd prefer I remained asleep.
And what is so terrible about being called an Englishman? The English don't seem to mind.
Nor would I, were I given the full rights of an Englishman. But to call me one without those rights is like calling an ox a bull. He's thankful for the honor, but he'd much rather have restored what's rightfully his.
When did you notice they were missing, sir? Fortunately, Dr. Franklin, the people of these colonies have a much higher regard for their mother country.
Higher certainly than she feels for them. Never was such a valuable possession so stupidly and recklessly managed as this entire continent by the British Crown. Our industry discouraged, our resources pillaged, and worst of all, Mr. Dickinson, our very character stifled. We've spawned a new race here. Rougher, simpler, more violent, more enterprising, less refined. We're a new nationality, Mr. Dickinson. We require a new nation.
Well, that may be your opinion. But as I said, the people feel quite differently.
But what do you know about the people, Dickinson? You don't represent the people, you represent only yourself. And that precious status quo you keep imploring the people to preserve for their own good is merely the eternal preservation of your own profit.
Mr. Adams, you have an annoying talent for making such delightful words as property sound quite distasteful. In God's name, what is wrong with property? Or perhaps you've forgotten that many of us first came to these shores in order to secure rights to property, and that we hold those rights no less dear than the ones that you speak of.
So safe, so fast, so comfortable in Pennsylvania.
And what is this independence of yours except a private little grievance of Massachusetts? Right, even now, your own cousin, so busy with his seditious activities in Boston that he does not have time to attend this Congress. He's a fugitive with a price on his head.
Slowly, Mr. Dickinson. I remind you that the same place that covers Sam Adams also covers me. We are wanted together.
And what did you expect? You both dress up like red savages in order to commit piracy against one of his Majesty's ships. An event so embarrassing to your sister colonies that, well, that even your good friend Dr. Franklin offered to pay for all that spilled tea out of his own pocket.
I'm usually able to speak for myself, Mr. Dickinson.
Well, then tell me this. What good is all of this radicalism and civil disorder? Where will it lead except to chaos and mob rule and anarchy? And why in God's name is it always Boston that breaks the king's peace? Members of Congress, you must not adopt this evil measure. It is the work of the devil. Leave it where it belongs in New England.
Brother Dickinson, New England's been fighting the devil for more than 100 years.
And as of now, Brother Sherman, the devil has been winning hands down. Why, at this very moment, he is seated here in his Congress. Now, don't let him deceive you. This proposal is entirely his doing. Oh, it may bear Virginia's name, but it reeks of Adams. Adams and more Adams. Oh, look at him. Ready to lead this entire continent down a fiery path of total destruction.
Why can't you acknowledge what already exists? It's been more than a year since Concord and Lexington
Here, fetch your
Get the thighs first.
I only got 2 hands. Christ.
Please, you go on, gentlemen. You're making the only breeze in Philadelphia.
Adams, I wonder if you'd mind clearing something up for me. I believe the key to this independence. Who do you suppose would govern in South Carolina?
The people, of course.
Which people, sir? The people of South Carolina or the people of Massachusetts?
Why don't you admit it, Denny? You're against independence now, and you always will.
Gentlemen, you refuse to understand this. We are for independence, yes, for South Carolina. That is our country, and as such, we do not wish it to belong to anyone. Not to England and not to you.
We intend to be one nation, Rutledge.
A nation of sovereign states united for our mutual protection, but separate for our individual pursuits. That is the way we understand it, and the way we will support it, as soon as everyone supports it.
There you have it, Mr. Adams. You must see that we must have time in order to make certain who we are and where we stand with regard to one another. For if we do not determine the nature of the beast before we set it free, it will surely end by consuming it all.
Yes, and for once in your life, take a chance. I say the time is now. It may never come again.
I say we're not getting right to independence.
Not right. Hell, we're rotting for one of them.
Please! What in God's name is the infernal hurry? Why must this issue be settled now?
What's wrong with now, Mr. Chase?
General Washington's in the field. If he's defeated as it now appears, we'll be inviting the hangman. But if by some miracle he should actually win, we can then declare anything we damn please.
Hasn't everyone in my review that an army needs something to fight for in order to win? A cause, a purpose, a flag of its own?
Mr. Adams, how can a nation of only 2 million souls stand up against an empire of over 10 million? Think of it, 10 million. How do we compensate for that shortage?
It's simple, Mr. Chase. Increase and multiply.
We will more than compensate with spirit. I tell you, there is a spirit out there among the people that is sadly lacking in this Congress.
Well, yes, of course. Now it's spirit. No army, no navy, no arms, no ammunition, but bless our souls, spirit. Oh, Mr. Lee, Mr. Hopkins, Mr. Rodney, Colonel McKeon, Dr. Franklin, why have you joined this incendiary little man, this Bostonian radical, this anarchist, this demagogue, this madman?
Calling me a madman, you prick. You and your Pennsylvania proprietors, you cool, considerate men. You keep to the rear of every issue so that if we should go under, you'll still remain afloat.
Are you calling me a coward?
Yes, coward!
Madman.
Landlord!
Liar!
Stop it, this is Congress. Stop, I say.
He's out there. No, he is right here. Enemies out there. England. Closing in. Cutting off our air. There's no time. There's no air.
Caesar, Dr. Hall.
Oh, McKeon.
Aye, it's the cancer.
This man should be at home. Yes, a man ought to die in his own bed. John Adams. Yes, I leave you a divided Delaware. Sorry.
I'll take you home, Caesar. But I'll be back within a week. Mr. President, South Carolina calls the question.
What's that, Mr. Rutledge?
I said, Mr. President, South Carolina wishes to end the debate and call the question.
Question has been called and seconded. Mr. Secretary.
Franklin, do something quick. Think.
I'm thinking. Nothing's coming.
All those in favor of the resolution as proposed by the colony of Virginia, please signify by...
Mr. Secretary, would you read the resolution again, please? I've forgotten it.
Resolved, that these united colonies are...
I beg your pardon. I'm the Reverend John Witherspoon, new delegate from New Jersey. New Jersey? Dr. Franklin,
I regret that I must be the bearer of unhappy tidings, sir. But your son, the royal governor of New Jersey, has been taken prisoner and sent to Connecticut for safekeeping.
Is he unharmed, sir?
When last I heard, yes, sir.
Well, then why the long face? I understand Connecticut's an excellent location. Why they arrest the little bastard?
The New Jersey legislature has recalled the old delegation to this Congress and sent a new one.
Quickly, man, what do you stand on the question of independence?
Haven't I made that clear? No, I suppose I haven't. But that's the reason for the change. We've been instructed to vote for independence. And reminds the chair of his privilege to decide all votes that are deadlocked.
I won't forget, Mr. Adams. The chair would like to welcome the Reverend Witherspoon to this Congress and appoint him congressional chaplain of the Accept the Vote.
With much honor.
We may now proceed to the vote.
All those in favor of the resolution on independence as
Mr.
proposed...
President, Pennsylvania moves that any vote in favor of independence must be unanimous.
What?
I second the motion.
Judge Wilson.
Delaware second.
No votes ever had to be unanimous, and you know it,
Yes,
Dickinson.
but this one must be.
On what
On
ground?
the grounds that no colony may be torn from its mother country without its own consent.
But it'll never be unanimous, damn it.
You say so, Mr. Adams.
It has been moved and seconded that the resolution on independence must be unanimous in order to carry. All those in favor signify by saying yea.
Yay!
6 colonies say yea. Those against?
Nay!
6 colonies say nay.
Mr. Secretary, New York abstains courteous. Yes, the law. Why does New York constantly abstain? Why doesn't New York simply stay in New York? Very well, the vote is tied. Principles of independence have no greater advocate in this Congress than this president here. And that is why I must join those that vote for unanimity. Don't you see that any colony who opposes independence will be forced to fight on the side of England? That we'll be setting brother against brother? And a new nation will carry as its emblem the mark of Cain here. There's no other way. If we walk together we must stay where we are. Proceed, Mr. Thompson.
A unanimous vote being needed in order to carry. All those in favor of the
Mr. President,
would you please let me get through it once?
Mr. President, I move for a postponement.
Well, I wish you the same luck that I had.
Mr. Adams is right. We need a postponement.
On what grounds?
On what grounds?
How can this Congress vote on independence without a written declaration of some sort defining law?
What sort of declaration?
Well, you know, listing the reasons for our separation and our goals and names and so on and so forth. Et cetera, et cetera.
Well, we know those, don't we?
Oh, good God, yes, we know them, but what about the rest of the world? I mean, surely we require the aid of a powerful nation such as France or Spain, and such a document would be in keeping with European delicacy.
Now, Mr. Adams, you'll have to do better than that. Answer straight. What would be its purpose?
Yes, well, to
Place before mankind the common sense of the subject in terms so plain and firm as to command their assent.
Mr. Jefferson, you don't seriously suggest that we publish a document declaring to the entire world that an illegal rebellion is in reality a legal one?
Why, Mr. Dickinson, I'm surprised at you. You should know that rebellion is always legal in the first person, such as our rebellion. It is only in the third person, such as their rebellion, that it is illegal. Mr. President, I second the motion to postpone the vote on independence for a period of time sufficient for the writing of a declaration.
Motion to postpone has been moved and seconded. Mr. Thompson.
All those in favor of the postponement signify by saying yea.
Yay!
6 colonies say yea. Those against?
Nay!
6 colonies say nay.
New York abstains courteous.
Mr. Moore! What in the hell goes on in New York?
Sorry, Mr. President, but the simple fact is that our legislature has never sent us explicit instructions on anything.
Never. That's impossible.
Have you ever been present at a meeting of the New York legislature? Speak very fast.
result that nothing ever gets done. I beg the Congress's pardon.
My sympathies, Mr. Morris. All again being tied, chair rules in favor of the postponement. Committee will now be formed to manage this declaration. Said document to be written, debated, and approved by the beginning of July, 3 weeks hence. At which time Virginia's resolution on independence will finally be voted. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
Will the following gentlemen please serve on this committee? Dr. Franklin, Mr. John Adams, Mr. Sherman, Mr. Livingston, and of course, Mr. Lee.
No, excuse me. I must be heading back to the sovereign colony of Virginia, where I have been asked to serve as her governor. I must decline respectful leave.
You're excused, Mr. Lee. Well, I suppose we could leave this for a four-man.
Just a minute, this business needs a Virginian. I propose a replacement, Mr. Thomas Jefferson.
No, Mr. Adams,
Very
no.
well, Mr. Adams. Mr. Jefferson will serve.
I'm going home too, to my wife.
Move to adjourn!
No, wait.
It's been moved and seconded. Any objection?
Yes, I have objection.
So moved. Congress stands adjourned.
6 months since I see my wife. Where are you going? Come back. Won't anybody listen? Please come back. 6 months. Franklin?
Don't worry, Tom. I'll get Adams to write it.
I don't know, Benji. He's got a funny look on his face.
He always does.
That's true. Yes.
All right, gentlemen, let's get to it. Which of us will write our Declaration of Independence?
Mr. Adams, I say you should write it. To your legal-minded brilliance we defer.
Is that so? Well, if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pen through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I know.
So I say you should write it, Franklin. Yes, you.
Hell no.
Yes, you, Dr. Franklin. You.
What?
You.
What? Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, the things I write are only light extemporaneous. I won't put politics on paper, it's a mania. So I refuse to use the pen in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, refuse to use a pen.
Mr. Sherman, I say you should write it. You are never controversial, as it were.
That is true.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pen through it. I'm obnoxious and disliked. You know that, sir.
Yes, I do.
So I say you should write it, Roger. Yes, you.
Good heavens, no.
Yes, you, Roger Sherman. You.
Mr. Adams, but Mr. Adams, I cannot write with any style proper etiquette. I don't know a participle from a predicate. I am just a simple cobbler from Connecticut.
Mr. Livingston, maybe you should write it. You have many friends and you're a diplomat.
Oh, that word.
Whereas if I'm the one to do it, they'll run their quill pen through it.
He's obnoxious and disliked. Did you know that?
So I say you should write it, Robert. Yes, you.
Not me, Johnny.
Yes, you, Robert Livingston. You.
Mr. Adams, dear Mr. Adams, I'm interested with the news that violent devil roar. So I am going off to celebrate and stop the work with all the Livingstons together back in old New York. New York, New York.
talent for composition and a remarkable felicity of expression. Now then, sir, will you be a patriot or a lover?
Lover.
No!
But I burn, Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You do?
Who'd have thought? Mr. Jefferson, dear Mr. Jefferson, I'm only 41, I still have my virility. And I can romp through Cupid's grove with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility. Now you'll write it, Mr. J.
Who will make me, Mr. A?
I.
You?
Yes.
How?
By physical force, if necessary. It's your duty, damn it, your duty.
Mr. Adams. Damn you, Mr. Adams. You're obnoxious and just like that cannot be denied. Once again you stand between me and my lovely bride. Lovely bride. Oh, Mr. Adams, you were driving me to homicide.
The choice is yours, Mr. Jefferson. Do as you like with it.
We may see
Damn the man. God damn the man.
Jefferson! 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 Is it finished? You had a whole week, man. Is it done? Can I see it? There comes a time in the lives of men when it becomes necessary for them to advance from that subordination in which they've hitherto remained. This is terrible. Where's the rest of it? You mean to say it isn't finished?
No, sir, I mean to say it's not begun.
Good God, a whole week! The entire Earth was created in a week.
Someday you must tell me how you did it.
Disgusting. Look at Franklin, Virginia's most famous lover.
Virginia abstains.
cheer up, Jefferson. Get out of the dumps. It'll come out all right in the end, I promise you. Now, get back to work. Franklin, tell him to get back to work.
He's asleep.
John, who is she?
His wife. I hope.
What makes you think so?
Well, I sent for her.
You what?
Well, simply occurred to me that the sooner his problem was solved, the sooner our problem was solved.
Good thinking, John, good thinking.
Madam, may I present myself? My name is John Adams. Adams? John Adams? Oh, and Dr. Franklin? Inventor of the stove. Jefferson, kindly present me to your wife. She is your wife, isn't she?
Of course she is. Look how they fit.
Oh, well, there's work to be done.
Obviously.
You mean that they're in the middle of the afternoon?
Well, not everyone's from Boston, John.
I hear the turkey's fresh, a bunch of grapes.
John, I have a rendezvous. I'd ask you along, but talking makes her nervous.
Yes, of course.
Good night, then.
Good night. Very lonely, Abigail.
Are you, John? Then as long as you were sending for wives, why didn't you send for your own?
Don't be unreasonable, Abigail.
Now I'm unreasonable. You must add that to your list.
List?
The catalog of my faults you included in your last letter.
They were fondly intended, madam.
That I play at cards badly.
A compliment.
That my posture is crooked.
An endearment.
That I read, write, and think too much.
An irony.
That I'm pigeon-toed.
Oh, well, there you have me, Abby. I'm afraid you are pigeon-toed. Come to Philadelphia, Abigail. Please come.
Thank you, John. I do want to, but it's just not possible now. The children have the measles.
So you wrote. Tom was laughing.
Only now it's Quincy and Charles. And it appears the farm here in Braintree is failing, John. The chickens and geese have all died, and the apples never survived the late frost. How do you suppose she managed to get away?
The winters are softer in Virginia.
And their women?
Fit for Virginians, madam, but male puny things beside New England girls.
John, I thank you for that.
I'll go sit with you, Abby.
Not well. Not well at all. I live like a nun in a cloister, solitary, silent. I hate it. And you, John?
I live like a monk in an abbey. Ditto, ditto. I hate it.
Write to me with sentimental effusion. Let me revel in romantic illusion.
Do you still smell the vanilla and spring
I'm sorry to be late, John, but I was up till all hours. Have you been here long?
Not long.
What are you doing out here? I expected you to be up there cracking the whip.
Well, the shutters are still closed.
My word, so they are. Well, as the French would say.
Oh, please, Franklin, spare me your body trench line first thing in the morning. There we call.
Congressman, dare anything, go ahead.
Me?
Your voice is more piercing, John.
Huh? This is positively indecent.
John, they're young and they're in love.
Not them, Franklin, us. Standing down here waiting for them to I mean, what do people think?
Don't worry, John, the history books will clean it up.
Doesn't matter. I won't appear in the history books anyway, only you. Franklin did this, Franklin did that, Franklin did some other damn thing. Franklin smoothed the ground and out sprang George Washington, fully grown and on his horse. Franklin then electrified them with his miraculous lightning rod, and the three of them, Franklin, Washington, and the horse, conducted the entire revolution by themselves.
I like it. Look at her, John. Just look at her. Good morning, madam.
Tomorrow?
Is it the habit of Philadelphia for strangers to shout at ladies from the street?
Not at all, madam, but we're not
And in men of your age, it is not only unseemly, it is unsightly.
Excuse me, madam, but we met last evening?
I spoke to no one.
Well, indeed you did not, but nevertheless we presented ourselves. This is Mr. Adams, John Adams, and I am Dr. Franklin, inventor of the stove.
Please, I know your names very well, but you say you presented yourselves last night?
It's of no matter, madam. Your thoughts were taken elsewhere.
My husband is not yet up.
Shall we start over? Please join us, madam.
Yes, of course.
Oh, she's even more magnificent than I remember, John. Of course, I didn't see much of her front last night. The woman man couldn't write. Who could think of independence married to her?
Please forgive me. It is indeed an honor to meet the two greatest men in America.
Well, certainly the greatest within earshot anyway.
I'm not an idle flatterer, Dr. Franklin. My husband admires you both greatly.
Oh, then we are doubly flattered, madam. Oh, we admire very much that which your husband admired.
Did you sleep well, madam?
John.
I mean, did you lie comfortably?
John. Yes, John, we do. Tell us about yourself, madam. We've had precious little information. What's your first name?
Martha.
Oh, Martha. He might at least have told us that. I'm afraid your husband doesn't say much.
He's the most silent man in Congress. I've never heard him utter more than 3 sentences together.
Not everyone's a talker, John.
It's true, you know. Tom is not a talker. Oh, he never speaks his passions. He never speaks his views. Whereas other men speak volumes, the man I love is mute. In truth, I can't recall being wooed with words at all, even now.
Go on, madam.
How did he win you, Martha? How does he hold on to such a bounty as you?
Well, surely you notice that Tom is a man of many accomplishments. Author, lawyer, farmer, architect, statesman, and still one more I hesitate to mention.
Oh, don't hesitate, madam. Don't hesitate.
Yes, what else does that red-headed tombstone do?
He plays the violin. He tucks it right under his chin. And he bows. Oh, he bows. Oh, he knows. Yes, he knows that it's high, high, high. Diddle-diddle. Twixt my heart. Tom and his fiddle. My strings run strong.
violin.
Madam, you have us play the violin. Now what happens next?
Next, Mr. Rabbit.
Guess what does Tom do now?
Why, just what you'd expect. We dance.
Dance?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Who's playing the violin?
John, you can't dance.
Not everyone's from Philadelphia.
Say I died, loving bride, loving wife, loving life, for it was
Right, look, he's done it. He's done it. Dear Mr. Adams, I am taking my wife back to bed. Kindly go away, or I'll leave you Incredible.
Perhaps I'm the one who should have written the Declaration after all. At my age, this is now that the pen is mightier than the sword. For it's high, 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 little, little, and God bless the man who can fiddle.
And Independence Day.
property yeast manufactured by Mr. Henry Pendleton, designated as the Yeast Committee. A committee formed to consider the most effective method of dealing with spies, designated as the Spies Committee. A committee formed to think, perhaps to do, but in any case to gather, to meet, to confer, to talk, perhaps even to resolve that each rifle regiment be allowed one drum and one pipe attached to each company. Designated as the Drum and Pipe Committee.
Look at it, Doctor. Democracy. What better build a charming form of government full of variety and disorder? I never declared it in Philadelphia.
Here, get that damn window.
Dan, I'd like to show you some cards I've gone ahead and printed up. It'll save everybody here a great deal of time and effort, considering the epidemic of bad dispositions that's been going around. Dear sir, you are without any doubt a rogue, a rascal, a villain, a thief, a scoundrel, and a mean, dirty, stinking, sniveling, sneaky, pimping, picking pockets, straight son of a damn no good son of a bitch, and you sign your name.
I'll take another photo right now.
Correspondence designated as the Congressional Correspondence Committee. A committee formed. All right, Franklin, enough socializing. Let's get to it.
Good morning, John.
Oh, good morning, good morning. Now then, let's get to it.
Let's get to what?
Unanimity, of course. Look at that board. 6 days to win over in a little more than a week. A committee formed to consider the problem of counterfeit money, designated as the Counterfeit Money Committee.
All right, John, where do we start?
Hold up, Delaware. It's a sad thing to fight on the wrong side after all this time. Is there any news of Rodney?
The kids, Zach. Thomas!
A committee formed to study the causes of our military defeat in Canada, designated as the Military Defeat Committee. How did you leave Caesar? Is he still alive?
I put the cryptid over with fearful heart on him. He never complained, but you could see that the poor man was suffering.
But you got to safely home.
I did. But I doubt if he'll ever step foot out of it again.
Well, that leaves you and Reed split down the middle. Will he come over?
I don't know. He's a stubborn little snot.
Well, work at him. Keep at him till you wear him down.
Don't these facts, will you? If it were just Reed standing in our way, it wouldn't be so hard. But look for yourself, man. Maryland, Pennsylvania, the Empire South, it's impossible.
It's impossible if we stand around complaining about it. Two work, McGee, one foot in front of the other.
I believe I put it a better way. Never leave off till the mark.
But John is a Texan, and he'll never give in. And you haven't heard the lines of Rodney, Jim.
Don't worry about them. Your job is George Reed. Talk him death if you have to, but bring us back to Delaware.
There is a simpler way. This will bring us back.
All right, John, who's next?
A committee formed to keep secrets designated as the Secrets Committee. Pennsylvania and Maryland. I suggest you try putting your own house in order while I take a crack at old bacon face. Look at him there stuffing himself. Mr. Chase! What about him, Chase? When are you coming to your senses?
Please, Mr. Adams, not while I'm eating.
Mr. Wilson, it's time you assert yourself. Tell me, when you were a judge, how the hell did you ever make a decision?
The decisions I make are all based on legality and precedent. But here there is no legality, and certainly no precedent.
Because it's a new idea, you clown. We'll be setting our own precedent.
No, Mr. McKeon. No, no, no.
Damn your eyes, Reed. You come into the world and scream at no, you're determined to leave it the same way, you little worm.
America's waiting, Chase. America's waiting. The whole world is waiting. What is that?
Leave me alone, Mr. Adams. I thought we could win this war and be at the front of your ranks. But you must know it's impossible. You heard General Washington's dispatches. His army's falling apart.
Washington's exaggerating the situation in order to arouse this all-fed Congress into action. Why, as chairman of the War Committee, I can tell you for a fact that the Army has never been in better shape. Never have troops been so cheerful. Never have soldiers been more resolute. Never have training and discipline been more spirited. Oh, good God.
Now we have your ears, gentlemen. Mr. Thompson has a dispatch.
The Commander Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1157 to the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. It is with the utmost despair that I must report to you the confusion and disorder that reign in every department. The Continental soldier is as nothing ever seen in this or any other century. He is a misfit, ignorant of hygiene, destructive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful of rank. Only this last is understandable, as there is an incredible reek of stupidity amongst the officers. The situation is most desperate at the New Jersey training grounds in New Brunswick, where every able-bodied boy in the colonies has assembled. Constant reports of drunkenness, desertion, foul language, naked bathing in the Raritan River, and an epidemic of the French disease. I have declared the town off limits to all military personnel, with the exception of officers. I beseech the Congress to dispatch the War Committee to this place in hope of restoring some of the order and discipline we need to survive. Your obedient, G. Washington.
That man was the press behind you.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're chairman of the War Committee. You feel up to whoring, drinking, deserting, and New Brunswick?
There must be a mistake. I have an aunt who lives in New Brunswick.
Tell her to keep up the good work. Come, Mr. Adams, you must see that it's hopeless. Let us recall General Washington and disband the Continental Army before they are overwhelmed.
Yes, the English would like that, wouldn't they?
Why don't you ask them yourself, sir? They ought to be here at any moment.
And when they hang you, Mr. Adams, I hope you put in a good word for the rest of us.
Face facts, Mr. Adams. A handful of drunk and disorderly recruits against the entire British Army. The finest musket men on earth. How can we win? How can we even hope to survive?
Answer me, Chase. If you thought we could beat the Redcoats, would Maryland say yea to independence?
Well, I suppose.
No supposing, Chase. Would you or wouldn't you?
Very well, Mr. Adams. Yes, we would.
Then come with me to New Brunswick and see for yourself.
And maybe it'll be John Adams who comes to his senses.
President, the War Committee will heed General Washington's request. A party consisting of myself, Mr. Chase, and Dr. Franklin will leave immediately.
You got satisfaction with you, Dr. Franklin.
Wake up! Franklin, we're going to New Brunswick.
I tell I, what for? The whoring and the drinking. Why didn't you say so?
Let's get to it, Chase. No time to lose. Left, right, left.
Oh, good God.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Mr. McNair, all this talk of independence has left a certain foulness in the air. My friends and I would appreciate it if you could open the windows a little wider, please.
What about all them flies?
The windows, Mr. McNair. Oh, say, do you see what I see? Congress in here, sweet serenity. I could cheer, the breeze is clear for the first time in a year. Adams is near. And look, the sun is in the sky, a breeze blowing by, and there's not a single fly. I sing Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. Old conservative men, our light may never be seen again. We have land, cash in hand, self-command, future plan. Fortune thrives, society survives in meteoric lives with well-endowed wives. Sing Hosanna, Hosanna. In our breeding and our manner, we are cool.
Come, ye who consider it set, we'll dance together to the same minuet. To the right, ever to the right, never to the left, forever to the right.
And our creed, we never to exceed regulated speed, no matter what the need.
Sing Hosanna, Hosanna, and blaze on our banner is King Cool.
I've got a new dispatch. From the Commander Army of the United Colonies of New York, dispatch number 1158, to the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I woke this morning to find that General Howe had landed 5,000 British regulars and Hessian mercenaries on Staten Island, and that the fleet under the command of his brother, Admiral Lord Howe, controls not only the Hudson and East Rivers, but also New York Harbor, which now looks like all of London afloat. I can no longer in good conscience withhold from the Congress my certainty that the military object is Philadelphia. Happy should I be if I could see the means of preventing them, but at present I confess I do not. Oh, how I wish I had never seen the Continental Army. I would have done better to retire to the back country and live in a wigwam.
What we do rationally.
We never ever go a path continent way.
Why begin till we know that we can win? And if we cannot win, why bother to begin? We say this game's not all our choosing. Why should we risk losing? We go, man.
Mr. Hancock, you're a man of property, one of us, sir. Why don't you join us in our minuet? Why do you persist on dancing with Mr. Adams? Good Lord, sir, you don't even like the man.
That is true. He annoys me quite a lot, but still I'd rather try. Mr. Adams, you go on.
But why, sir? For personal glory, for a place in history? Remember, sir, that historians will brand Mr. Adams and his followers as traitors.
Traitors to what, Mr. Dickinson? The British crown or the British half-crown? Fortunately, there are none of the men of property in America to dictate policy.
Oh, perhaps not, but don't forget that most men with nothing would rather protect the possibility of becoming rich than face the reality of being poor. That is why they will follow us.
To the right, never to the right, never to the left, forever to the right. When it is old, the market is old, the nation is old, we like to be old.
I sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in the same and Louisiana, we are poor.
When the cool, consider it then, our lives can never be seen again. We have land, cash in hand, no command, future plan, and we'll go to our goal. Consider that old, we like to be bold. We say this game's not of our choosing. Why should we risk losing?
We're
I'd like to try to borrow $1 from one of them. They want another rum, General?
General? Lord, I ain't even a corporal.
Yeah, well, what's the Army know anyhow? Sit down, gentlemen. Chair rules, it's too damn hot to work. What's it like out there, General?
You probably know more than me.
Sitting in here, sweet Jesus, this is the last place to find out what's going on anywhere.
I'm aiming to join up.
You don't have to join up. You're already sitting in the Congress.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, you don't see them running off to get killed, do you? Sure are good ones for sending others off, I'll tell you that.
Who sits here?
Caesar Rodney from Delaware. Where you from, General?
Watertown,
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Oh, well then, you belong over there. But be careful. There's something about that chair makes a man awful noisy.
You seen any fighting? Sure did. See my two best friends get killed on the very same day. Right in Village Green it was, too. And they didn't come home for supper. Their moms went downhill looking for them. Miss Lowell, she found Timothy right off, but Miss Pickett, she looked near half the night for Willem because he gone and crawled off the green before he died.
Secretary will now read the report of the Declaration Committee. Mr. Thompson.
A declaration by the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress assembled. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Jefferson, we're back! And we got married and that is we will as soon as Jason was just telling them what we saw in New Brunswick.
He's been endless now, describing a ragtag collection of provincial militiamen who couldn't train together, drill together, or march together. But when a flock of ducks flew by, and they saw their first dinner in 3 full days, sweet Jesus, could they shoot together. It was a slaughter.
They're reading the Declaration.
What? How far have they gone?
To render the military independent of and superior to the civil power.
Independent of and superior to the civil power.
Well, there's nothing to fear. It's a masterpiece, and I should be congratulated.
You?
For making him write it.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's a masterpiece, I say. They will cheer every word, every letter.
I wish I felt that way.
I believe I can put it better. Now let us end, as friends to friends, a declaration committee. For us I see immortality in Philadelphia city. A farmer, a lawyer, and a saint. You know, it's quite bizarre to think that here we are, playing midwives too. An egg.
Egg? What egg?
America, the birth of a new nation.
If only we could be sure what kind of bird it's going to be.
Tom's got a point. What sort of bird should be the symbol of our new America?
The eagle. The dove.
The turkey.
The eagle.
The dove.
The eagle.
The turkey.
The eagle is a majestic bird.
The eagle is a scavenger and a thief and a symbol of more than 10 centuries of European mischief.
And the turkey?
A truly noble bird, a native of America, a source of sustenance to our settlers, and an incredibly brave fellow, who would not flinch from attacking an entire regiment of Englishmen single-handedly. Therefore, the national bird of America is going to be...
The eagle!
The eagle.
We're waiting for the chirp,
chirp, chirp. A eaglet being born, waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp. On this human Monday morning in this congressional incubator, God knows what tenders was not enough to hatch a stone, let alone an egg.
We are waiting for the
Scratch, scratch, scratch of the tiny little fellow, waiting for the egg to hatch on this human Monday morning in this congressional incubator.
God knows the temperature is holding up. And stone, but will it hatch an egg?
The declaration will be a triumph. I tell you, a triumph. If I was ever sure of anything, I'm sure of that. A triumph. And if it isn't, we still have 4 days left to think of something else. The eagle's going to crack the shell of the egg that England laid.
Yes, so we can tell on this human Monday morning in this congressional incubator. And just as long here is written, though the shell may belong to Great Britain, he goes on, belong to us. And just as long here is written, we say to hell with Great Britain, he goes on, belong to us.
And that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may have right to. And for the support of this declaration, we do mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Very well, thank you, Mr. Thompson. Congress has heard the report of the Declaration Committee. Are there any who wish to offer amendments, deletions, or alterations to that? There. Open that window. Colonel McGee, I saw your hand first.
Mr. Jefferson, it's a bonny paper that you've written there, but somewhere in it you made mention of Scottish and foreign mercenaries fits to destroy us. A Scottish, Tom.
It's in reference to a Highland regiment which stood against us in Boston.
It was more like the Germans wearing kilts trying to disguise themselves. I ask you to remove the words and avoid giving offense to good people.
Mr. Jefferson.
President!
Mr. Jefferson, nowhere do you mention the Supreme Being. Surely this was an oversight, for how could we hope to achieve victory without his help? Therefore, I humbly recommend the following addition to your final sentence. With a firm reliance in the divine providence.
Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. President!
Thank you. Among your charges against the king, Mr. Jefferson, you accused him of depriving us of trial by jury. This is untrue, sir. We have always had trial by jury in Delaware.
In Massachusetts, we have not.
Oh? Then may I suggest the words, in many cases, be added?
In many cases. Brilliant. I suppose every time you see those little words, you're puny little words. More
Mr. Hopkins.
No objections, Johnny. I'm just trying to get it wrong.
I said no. There, get it wrong. Mr. Hopkins.
Mr. Jefferson, I beg you to consider that we still have friends in England, and I can see no purpose in antagonizing them with such phrases as unfeeling brethren and enemies in war. Our quarrel is with the British king, sir, not the British people.
Be sensible, Bartlett. Remove those phrases and the entire paragraph becomes meaningless. And it just so happens it's one of the most stirring and poetic in the entire document.
We are a Congress, Mr. Adams, not a literary society. I ask that the entire passage be stricken.
Good God, Jefferson, don't you ever intend to speak up for your work?
I hope that the work would speak for itself.
Mr. Hancock,
What is it, McNair?
I'm not too sure. I'm awful fond of the United States of America as a name for a new country.
I don't care what you're fond of, Mr. McNair. You're not a member of this Congress.
Brother Jefferson, I noted at least two distinct and direct references to the British Parliament in your declaration. Do you think it wise that we alienate that august body in the light of our contention that they never had any direct authority over us anyway?
This is a revolution, damn it! We're going to have to offend somebody! What they're doing to it, that's just our friends, and that's what our enemies will do.
The word Parliament will be removed wherever it occurs.
They won't be satisfied till they remove one of the F's from Jefferson's name.
That's much longer.
Mr. Dickinson.
Mr. Jefferson, I have very little interest in your paper, and I have no doubt that we've all but heard the last of it, but I am curious about one thing. Why do you refer to the King George as a tyrant?
Because he is a tyrant.
May I remind you, Mr. Jefferson, that this tyrant is still your king.
When a king becomes a tyrant, he thereby breaks the contract binding his subjects to him.
How so?
By taking away the rights.
The rights that came from him in the first place.
All except one, the right to be free comes from nature.
James, in Pennsylvania, do we consider the king to be a tyrant? Well, I don't know.
No, we don't. He's not a tyrant in Pennsylvania.
See, Mr. Jefferson, your declaration in the little paper does not speak for all of us. I demand the word tyrant be removed.
Just a moment, Mr. Thompson. I do not consent. The king is a tyrant whether we say so or not. We might as well say so.
But I've already scratched it out.
Then scratch it back in.
Put it back in, Mr. Thompson. The king will remain a tyrant. Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Jefferson, nobody mentioned deep vision.
Would you whip it and beat it until you break its spirit? I tell you, this document is a masterful expression of the American mind.
Well, there are no more changes, and I can assume the report of the...
Just a moment, Mr. President. Look out. I wonder if we might impose on Mr. Thompson here in a small portion of Mr. Jefferson's declaration, the part beginning, he has waged cool war. Mr. Thompson.
He is affected, he is confined, he is abdicated, he is plundered, he is constrained, he is excited, he is inside, he has waged cruel war. Oh, yes, sir. He has waged cruel war against human nature itself in the persons of a distant people who have never offended him, captivating them and carrying them into slavery into another hemisphere. Determined to keep open a market where men should be bought and sold, he has prostituted them...
That will suffice, Mr. Thompson. I thank you very much. Mr. Jefferson, I can't quite make out what it is you're talking about.
Slavery, Mr. Rutledge.
Slavery. You're referring to us as slaves of the king.
No, sir, I'm referring to our slaves, black slaves.
Black slavery. Well, why didn't you say so, sir? Were you trying to hide the meaning of your words?
No, sir.
Just another literary license, sir.
If you like.
I don't like it at all, sir. To us in South Carolina, black slavery is our peculiar institution and a cherished way of life.
Nevertheless, it must be abolished. Nothing is more certainly written in the Book of Faith than that his people shall be free.
I'm not much interested in what's written in the Book of Faith right now, sir. I'm more interested in what's written in your little paper right there.
That little paper there deals with freedom for Americans.
So now Mr. Adams is calling our black slaves Americans. Are they now?
They are people and they are here. If there's any other requirement, I've never heard of it.
They are here, yes. But they are not people, they are property.
No, sir. They are people being treated as property. I tell you, the rights of human nature are deeply wounded by this infamous practice.
Then see to your own wounds, Mr. Jefferson. Or are you not a practitioner?
I have already resolved to release my slaves.
I'm sorry. It is awful to resolve the ruination of your own personal economy.
Always economy. There's more to this than a filthy personal Rutledge. It's an offense against man and God.
It's a stinking business, Mr. Rutledge. It's a stinking business.
Is it now, Mr. Hopkins? Well, then, what you said I smell floating down from the north. Could it be the odor of hypocrisy? For who holds the other end of that filthy purse string, Mr. Adams? Our northern brethren are feeling a bit tender towards our slaves. You see, they don't hold slaves, no. But they're willing to be considerable carriers of slaves to us. They're willing for the shilling off. Haven't you heard, Mr. Adams? Clink, clink. Molasses to run the slaves. Oh, what a beautiful waltz. You dance with us, we dance with you in molasses and rum and slave. Who sails the ships out of Boston, laden with Bibles and slaves? Who drinks a toast to the Ivory Coast? Hail Africa, the slavers have come. New England with Bibles and rum. Hands off with the rum and the Bibles. Take on the slaves, clink, clink, and it's hail and farewell to the smell of the African coast. Molasses to run the slaves. 'Tisn't morals, 'tis money that saves. Shall we dance to the sound of the profitable pound in molasses and rum and slaves? Who sails the ships out of Guinea, laden with Bibles and slaves? 'Tis Boston and boast to the West Indies coast. Jamaica, we've run what she craves. Antigua, Barbados, we've run Bibles and slaves. Gentlemen, you mustn't think that our northern friends here merely see our slaves as figures on the ledger. Oh, no. They see them as figures on the block. Take a look at the faces at the auction, gentlemen. white faces on African walls, New England faces, seafaring faces. Put them in the ships, stuff them in the ships, grab them in the ships. Get ready, gentlemen. The auction is about to begin. Yo-ho, yo-ho, Mukunda. Do you hear that, gentlemen? That's the cry of the auctioneer. Yo-ho, yo-ho, Mukunda. Let go, gentlemen. Slaves, living gold. Gold from Angola. Guinea, Guinea, Guinea. Blackbirds for sale. Ashanti. Eebo, 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 Eebo. Blackbirds for sale. Handle them, fondle them, but don't finger them. They're prime, they're prime. Yo-ho, yo-ho, Mukunda.
For the love of God, Mr. Rutledge, please.
Molasses to run the sledge. Who sells the ships back to Boston? Laden with gold, see it gleam. Whose fortunes are made in the triangle trade? Hail slavery, the New England dream. Mr. Adams, I give you a toast. Hail Boston! Hail Charleston! Who's taken the North?
Mr. Hughes, Dr. Hall.
Don't worry, they'll be back. Honey, I wrote it down.
It's done! Adams, second, I have it! And the Maryland Assembly's approved it! I told them about one of the greatest military engagements in history against a flock of... What's wrong? I thought that...
Mr. Chase, you must forgive them. They've had a slight setback. After all, what shall it profit a man if he shall gain Maryland, but lose the entire South? Matthew chapter 16, verse 1.
There.
I know the flies.
No. All wrong.
Well, what are you all sitting around for? We're wasting time, precious time. Thomas, I want you to ride down into Delaware to fetch back Caesar Rodney.
John, are you mad? That's 80 miles on horseback and he's a dying man.
No, he's a patriot.
But John, what good will it do this out of dumb?
And suppose they change their minds. Can we get Delaware without Rodney?
God, what a bastardly bunch we are.
Caesar, I want you to go
I'm going to the Johnny. If there's anything I can do for you there, let me know.
Martin, Chase.
It's no use, John. We vote in the morning.
Less than a full day left.
Face facts, John. It's finished. I'm sorry, John.
We've no other choice, John. Slavery clause has to go.
Franklin, what do you say?
The luxury we can't afford.
souls in chains, and Dr. Franklin calls it a luxury, maybe you should have walked out the South.
You forget yourself, sir. I founded the first anti-slavery society of this country.
Don't point your credentials at me. Perhaps it's time you had them reviewed.
The issue here is independence. Maybe you've lost sight of that fact, sir, but I have not. How dare you jeopardize our cause when we've come so far? These men, no matter how much you disagree with them, are not ribbon clerks to be ordered about. They're proud, accomplished men, the cream of their colonies. And whether you like it or not, they and the people they represent are going to be a part of this new country you'd hope to create. Either start learning how to live with them or pack up and go home. In any case, stop acting like a Boston fish fly.
John, what's happened to me? John Adams. The great John Adams. Wise man of the East. My farm mortgaged to the hilt. My law practice down the pipe. But at a time in life when I was prosper, I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Oh, Abigail. What are you going to do, Abigail? I need your help.
You don't usually ask my advice.
So there doesn't seem to be anyone else right now.
Very well, what is it?
The entire South has walked out of this Congress. George Washington is on the brink of total annihilation. The precious cause for which I believed for these several years has come to nothing. It seems that I'm obnoxious and disliked.
Nonsense, John.
I'm unwilling to listen to reality.
Foolishness, John.
That I'm big-headed.
Oh, well, there you have me. I'm afraid you are big-headed.
Has it been any kind of life for you, Abby? God knows I haven't given you much.
I never asked for more. After all, I am Mrs. John Adams. That's quite enough for one lifetime.
Is it, Abby?
Think of it, John. To be married to the man who was always first in line to be hanged.
Yes, the agitator. Why, Abby? You must tell me what it is. I've always been dissatisfied, I know that. But lately I find that I reek discontentment. Floods my throat, fills my brain. Sometimes I feel it's no longer a dream, but only the discontent.
Oh, John, can you really know so little about yourself? And can you really think so little of me that you'd believe I'd marry the man you've described? Have you forgotten what you used to say to me? I haven't. Commitment, Abby, commitment. There are only two creatures of value on the face of this earth. Those with the commitment and those who require the commitment of others. Do you remember, John?
I remember.
Mr. Adams,
What?
these are for you.
What are they? What's in them? Who sent them?
Compliments of the Concord ladies' coffee club and the sisterhood of the true rock synagogue and the Friday evening Baptist sewing circle and the holy Christian sisters of St.
whatever sort of pin the ladies use in their sewing, and take these cakes to the armory. Hurry, man! Franklin! Jefferson! What are you sitting ground for?
John, didn't you hear a word I said?
Well, that is what you've got to do.
I'm not even speaking to you.
There's no time for that. There's work to be done. Time's running out. Get out of your chair. Tomorrow is here. Too late to despair. Jefferson, talk to Rutledge, talk. If it takes all night, keep talking. Talk and talk and talk. You're both Southern aristocrats, gentlemen. If you listen to anyone, he'll listen to you. Franklin! Time's running out.
I know, get out of my chair. Do I have to talk to Wilson?
Yes, yes, you do. If it takes all night, keep talking. Talk and talk and talk. Get him away from Dickinson. That's the only way.
John.
Oh, damn it.
I'm still from Massachusetts, John. You know where I stand. I'll do whatever you say.
No. No, you're president of Congress. You're a fair man, Hancock. Stay that way. Tell me something, Mr. Thompson. Out of curiosity. Do you stand with Mr. Dickinson? Or do you stand with me?
I stand with the general. Lately, I've had the oddest feeling that he's been writing just to me. I've been in expectation of receiving a reply on the subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Your humble and obedient.
Are you hungry, John? I hear the turkey's crushed with a bunch of grapes.
No, I think I'll stay.
Good night, then.
Good night. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. Still to England I say, good night, forever good night. For I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burned behind me. Come what may, commitment. The brokers all say we'll rule the day. They'll be held to pay and fire and purgatory. Through all the gloom, I can see the rays of ravishing light and glory. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? I see fireworks. I see the pageant and love the parade. I hear the bells ring out. I hear the cannons roar. I see Americans, all Americans.
quiet the chamber is. How silent the chamber is. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see?
Yes, Mr. Adams. I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. I couldn't sleep. In trying to resolve my own dilemma, I remembered something that I'd once read. That a representative owes the people not only his industry, but his judgment, and he betrays the people if he sacrifices his judgment for their opinion. It was written by Edmund Burke, member of the British Parliament. Very well, gentlemen. Congress is now ready to vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Thank you for coming, Caesar. God bless you, sir. Call the roll, Mr. Thompson. I remind you, gentlemen, that a single nay vote will defeat the motion. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire says yay.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts says yay.
Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay. Connecticut.
Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains.
Courteously.
New Jersey.
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay. Pennsylvania.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania is ready. Come back to us later.
Pennsylvania passes. Delaware.
Delaware by majority vote
Aye.
says yay.
Delaware says yay. Well done, sir. Maryland.
Maryland says yay.
Maryland says yay. Virginia.
Virginia says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina.
North Carolina yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Well, Mr. Adams.
Well, Mr. Rutledge.
Mr. Adams, you must believe that I will do what I have promised I will do.
What is it you want, Rutledge?
Remove the Elfenian passage from your declaration.
If we did that, we'd be guilty of what we ourselves are rebelling against.
Nevertheless, remove it, or South Carolina will bear forever your dream of independence.
John, I beg you to consider what you're doing.
Mark me, Franklin, if we give in on this issue, posterity will never forgive us.
That's probably true. But we won't hear a thing, John. We'll be long gone. Besides, what will posterity think we were? Demagogues? We're men. No more, no less. Trying to get a nation started against greater odds than a more generous God would have allowed. John, first things first. Independence. America. Or if we don't secure that, what difference will the rest make?
Jefferson, say something.
What else is there to do?
Manuel, the one who wrote it.
I wrote all of it, Mr. Adams.
There, you got your slavery little good may it do you now. Oh, damn you.
Mr. Secretary of the Fair Colony of South Carolina says, yay.
South Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay.
North Carolina says yay. Georgia.
Georgia says yay.
Georgia says yay. Pennsylvania, second call.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania regrets all the inconvenience such distinguished men as Mr. Adams, Mr. Jefferson, and Dr. Franklin have endured up until now. They might just as well have kept their little document intact for all the differences that it will make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania...
Just a moment. I ask the delegation be polled.
Oh, Dr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President, is a proper request.
Yes, it is. Whole delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yay.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Nay.
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
Well, there it is, Mr. Wilson. It's all up to you now. The whole question of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. An entirely new nation waiting to be born or to die in birth, all on your say-so. Which will it be, Mr. Wilson? Every mapmaker in the world is awaiting your decision.
James, nothing has changed. We mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his little confusions. Why, the question is clear.
Most questions are clear when someone else has to decide them.
It would be a pity for a man who's handed down hundreds of wise decisions from a bench to be remembered for the one unwise decision he made in Congress.
Come, James, you're keeping everybody waiting. The secretary has called for your vote.
Don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do, but Mr. Adams is correct about one thing. I'm the one that will be remembered for it.
What do you mean?
I'm not like you, John. I'm not like most of the men here. I don't want to be remembered. I just don't want the responsibility.
Well, whether you want it or not, there is no way of avoiding it, James.
Not necessarily. If I go with them, I'll be one among dozens. No one will ever remember the name of James Wilson. But if I vote with you, I'll be the man who prevented American independence. I'm sorry, John. I just didn't count on that.
Is this the way that new nations are born? By some little non-entity trying to preserve the anonymity he so richly deserves.
Revolutions come into this world like bastard children, Mr. Dickinson. Half improvised, half compromised. Outside has provided the compromise. Now Judge Wilson is supplying the rest.
I'm sorry, John. My vote is yay.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania says yay.
Pennsylvania says yay. The count being 12 to none with one abstention, the resolution on independence is adopted.
I think you're ready to sign, Mr. Thompson.
It is.
I suggest we do so. And the chair further proposes for our mutual security and protection that no man be allowed to sit in this Congress without attaching his name to it.
Mr. President, I cannot in good conscience sign such a document, and I shall never stop hoping for our eventual reconciliation with Great Britain. But in my own way, I hold America in no less regard than does Mr. Adams. So I will join the Army and fight in her defense, even though I feel such a fight to be hopeless. Good day, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Congress, I say ye John Dickens.
Gentlemen, are there any objections to the declaration being approved as it now stands?
Yes, Mr. President, I have one.
You, Mr. Adams?
Yes. Mr. Jefferson, it just so happens that the word is unalienable, not inalienable.
I'm sorry, Mr. Adams. Inalienable is correct.
Mr. Jefferson, I happen to be a Harvard graduate.
And I attend the
Mr. Jefferson, will you yield to Mr. Adams' request?
No, sir, I will not.
Oh, very well, I withdraw.
Good for you, John.
Speak about it later.
Gentlemen, we're about to break the storm in a stick made of paper. How it will end, God only knows.
That's a pretty large signature, Johnny.
So back George is unlike to read it without his glasses. All right, gentlemen, step right up. Don't miss your chance to commit treason.
Hancock's right. This paper is our passport to the gallows. But there's no backing out now. For if we don't hang together, we shall most assuredly hang separately.
Hanging in my case won't be so bad. One snipe will be over just like that. But now little Reed here, he'll be dancing the jig long after I'm gone.
Gentlemen, you'll forgive me if I don't join in your merriment. But if we're arrested now, my name is still the only one on the damn thing.
From the Commander Army of the United Colonies, United States, in New York. Dispatch number 1209 to the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir. I can now report with some certainty that the eve of battle is now at hand. Toward this end, I have ordered the evacuation of Manhattan and directed our defenses to take up stronger positions on the Brooklyn Heights. At the present time, my forces consist entirely of Hazelwood's Delaware militia and Smallwood's Marylanders, a total of 5,000 troops against 25,000 of the enemy. And I began to notice that many of them were lads under 15 and old men, none of whom could truly be called soldiers. One personal note to Mr. Lewis Morris of New York. I must regretfully report that his entire estates have been totally destroyed, but that I've taken the liberty of transporting Mrs. Morris and 8 of the children to Connecticut in safety. The 4 older boys are now enlisted in the Continental Army. As I write these words, the enemy is plainly in sight beyond the river. How it will end, only Providence can direct. But dear God, what brave men I shall lose before this business ends. Your obedient, G. Washington.
Mr. Mayor, you ring the bell.
Mr. President,
March.
the hell with New York. I'll sign it anyway.
Stephen, sit down.
No, I want to remember each man's face as he signs.
Very well. Proceed, Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire, Dr. Josiah Bartlett. Massachusetts, Mr. John Adams. Rhode Island, Mr. Stephen Hopkins. Connecticut, Mr. Roger Sherman. New York, Mr. Lewis Morris. New Jersey, the Reverend John Witherspoon. Pennsylvania, Dr. Benjamin Franklin. Delaware, Mr. Caesar Rodney.
Virginia is my home. My name is Richard Henry Lee. Virginia is my home. And may my horses turn blue if I can't deliver on you resolution on independence day. For I am independent, the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. Yes, the oldest family in the oldest colony in America. And may the British burn black if I can't deliver resolution on independence day. You see, it's clearly, and everywhere in social, political, financial, natural, has been the first family in the sovereign colony of Virginia. And me, my wife, refuse my bed if I can't deliver and send resolution on independence day.
Spoken modestly. God help us.
You will, John, you will. They say that God in heaven is everybody's God. I'll admit that God in heaven is everybody's God. But I tell you, John, with pride, God means a little on the side of the leaves, old Virginia. You see, it's here, there, and everywhere, look out, there's Arthur Lee, Bobby Lee, General Light Horse Harry Lee, Willie Lee, Jesse Lee. Did you learn? That's me. And say my blood stop running blue if I can't deliver you resolution on independence day. Yes, sir, my God is here. All boys joining with me. Here, what do you mean? Immediately. Here, and what do you mean, sir? Shortly. Here, and I come back violently. Here, and the women are serene, full bosom, Benji. Everyone a queen. Elder Lee's, damn it! The Lee's old Virginia. Yes, sir, my God,